Welcome to the DCC Museum.
Got to go to a disco. Got to go to a disco. Got to go to a disco. Disco, 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 disco.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, hi everyone, live for the first time from the new museum in Cathedral City of Palm Springs. Warm welcome to Ben Liebrand and all other team members, fans of DCC across the world. Today is a great day, first online release party of the great Johnny Guitar Watson album. Let me quickly introduce two people that we have here for the first time, COVID-free, everybody vaccinated with some kind of stuff, but it's good enough for us. First of all, the guy who makes all the artwork available to the releases that we have been doing since 2017. Warm welcome to Mr. Jeremy Hayden.
Hey, Jeremy.
How are you? Yeah, I do all the graphic design. I've been doing this since we started. I'm kind of excited. This new project is really, really great. Can't wait till we show off all the cool designs that we've done for this one. It's really, really special. We have a new product and something new that we haven't tried yet, so can't wait to show you.
Okay, I was only half in the picture. Then our third team member that many of you know as the software genius behind the whole operation is our audio engineer and little software hacker, Mr. Jacques Goudsmit.
Hey, everyone. I don't have a DCC museum shirt yet, but I hope this will be okay too. So what I did on this DCC is I wrote the software to convert Ben's great master audio files, convert them from WAV format to the DCC format.
Okay. So it's nice to see, of course, some pictures behind the scene. Jeremy flew in from Wisconsin. Jack is almost a neighbor, a little over an hour away. So that's sort of nice. Like I said, it's a new broadcast from the brand new studio in Palm Springs. So they got to see the first dips. Hopefully, many of you can follow in the next few years. It's not always next to each other, but now with with COVID restrictions easing up, it'll be for sure easier. So what we have here today, of course, is the Johnny Guitar Watson release party, but we also have another highlight. We of course want to quickly go back to the Iconic Groove project that we did with master DJ Ben Liebrand, who was the start of revamping not only the Iconic Groove, taking the DCC to another level that allowed Jeremy to do something that has never been done before, and we want to reflect a little bit on that and share this with you.
And the winner is Iconic Groove DCC Media Box by Legrand.
So this was a highlight where we entered the World Packaging Award that we have been seeing for many years. And last year with the Ben Liebrand Media Box, we thought we would have a shot. There was nice communication in the team where Ben took over the leadership immediately, and it led to a great award and appreciation of actually winning. So what happened last week? A package arrived that Jeremy Hayden is going to open. Jeremy, if you come on in the screen. Eloi, I'm gonna hold the balloons like I'm meant to be. So Jeremy, if you do the honors.
don't know where it is. Oh, that's, wow.
So there we go. There it's official. Jeremy Hayden, Ben Libra and Jeremy Hayden, Iconic Groove, winner of the Championship 2020 DCC Award for Best Packaging. The story behind it is a little bit political. Ben, I had, as a project manager, I had to ask Ben and Jeremy for permission. What are we going to do if we win? We're going to receive one prize. And so now what we're going to do, I was hopeful that we're going to win, but what happens if we actually are going to win? You get one prize whose name is on it, you know, where is it going to be? So Ben and Jeremy agreed that it would only be fair if the artist, the great Ben Librand, and the master creating of the genius idea of that box, Jeremy Hayden, would be on the title. But if we would win, the prize would come to the museum in Redondo Beach. So we won, everybody was happy. The discussion was never brought up. Nobody asked or said anything about it. So that was great. But when I received a phone call from the organization where they would need to ship the award to, I asked them, it's like, we have a problem. I would like 3 awards. So Ben, this one I will hand deliver to you personally because I've seen your wall of shame and this belongs there. So now all 3 of us have exactly the same copy. One will be at Jeremy's studio, one will be in Canada, and one will be in California. So Magic. Congrats again. And I think in all fairness, before kicking off the next introduction to the Johnny Guitar Watson, this whole party was also sort of an idea to get Jeremy and Ben together in one virtual room to say thank you again. So Ben, thank you again for putting your trust in us and making us an award-winning combination. Awesome, kudos.
So it's an award for winning design on a cassette in 2020.
Yeah, go figure.
It's on a record.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's the making vinyl organization. How weird is that? So Ben, I hope you're pleasantly surprised. Can you still hear it?
I am. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Congratulations, man.
Okay,
well,
Jeremy.
You did an amazing job on the album.
We could have not done it. We could have not done it without you. Okay, so most people at the DCC Museum, the whole team that works with the DCC Museum, were secretly or openly, like Jacques and I, fan of Ben Librand. So to be working with Ben was iconic. Therefore,
a nightmare.
It was a learning curve, Ben. But it also meant that Ben saw the passion that we had, and he brought us in contact with high fashion music. Warm welcome to Jochen Gerrits, the owner of High Fashion Music. And it was unbelievable because for Ben to arrange that meeting within 45 minutes, we were on the same page, allowing us to do multiple DCC releases, starting with Johnny Guitar Watson. So in that sense, Ben is partly curating these formats as well, allowing us to do multiple artists from the high fashion catalog. So the next part that we asked High Fashion Music is like, okay, if we're going to bring this beautiful release, a re-release with mixes of Ben Librand, can we make it more personal to the estate and the family? And they were willing to help us. They were willing to contribute, and they have some warm words for us as well, showing you now.
Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover, yeah, way. And if you look, you feel the cover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Ow!
Hi, JGW fans. It's me, Jenny G, Johnny G's baby girl. And for the first time ever, my brother Dijon and I are proud to present to you a DCC product of our father's music. What does DCC mean? It stands for Digital Compact Cassette. It's a hybrid album, and they take my dad's old music and they digitize it at 44.1 kilohertz. And for any new mixes, they do 48 kilohertz. I know my dad would be over the moon with all of this great technology that's being used to preserve his music and to keep you interested in supporting it and supporting his contribution to the music world. But I have to tell you that we are blessed and we are so grateful to have been chosen by DCC to be the first product. And I have to tell you that the DCC product is a Dutch invention by Philips. And the one thing I can say about the Dutch is that they are truly Johnny Guitar Watson fans. And for this, I will forever be family with them. So pull out your old ghetto blasters, take your new product cassette, drop it in, push play, and enjoy. And if you're enjoying yourself, maybe you want to make a video too and send it to johnnyguitarwatson.com and let us know what your experience was like with the new hybrid album. We look forward to what your responses are. Until then, take care and keep that funky music playing, child. You know. Ow!
So cool.
So cool. Yeah, it was unbelievable that that the Virginia, Johnny Guitar Watson's daughter, was able to do that. She's very enthusiastic about the technology, and she said her dad would absolutely love this technology, like she said in the video. Coming to the release, we were presented with artwork, of course, from the 70s that partly needed restoration done by Jeremy, many hours, pixel for pixel. And we asked her to write the liner notes, which will be in the DCC album. And she was also able to go to her own personal records and share at least 12 photos never seen before in the artwork of the new Johnny Guitar Watson album. So how actually is it going to look? That is now up to Jeremy to present that. Jeremy, come back in and let the world see what you have built.
Awesome. So the cassette. We modified the cover a little bit. So the cover has been adopted from the vinyl. And that was a little bit difficult because, of course, vinyl is the swear. So we brought it down to the cassette for the first time. And I'm pretty excited. We can open the whole thing.
It's in. There's also a live copy in here if you want. If you want to open it.
And the back, we jumped down, which I'm impressed a lot. But when you go through the whole thing, it's fantastic. Compare the vinyl to the new release. It's
they asked
beautiful.
You to zoom in a bit, go a little closer. So for the camera, yes, good. And show the front again. Mm-hmm.
And I altered it enough so that the entire album cover looks perfect inside of the DCC. So when you slide it up, you're still seeing everything perfect.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it's mirrored. I see now in the camera.
Right. If you see the, because this is how the original album cover looked, with just the two in the cover, and the back had the ladies on the back, and in the cover for the DCC only, we merged the two for the special edition.
Good job.
Like I said.
And then I asked Jeremy if you come up with any other ideas for the Patreons to feel special. Maybe this year we could do a Patreon only release where we could give the Patreons, the supporters of the DCC Museum, a little bit extra. And this is, so what we just seen is the regular DCC release. And I use the word regular in totally the wrong way, but it's the DCC release. But there's also going to be a Patreon special. Jeremy?
I love box sets. Everything should have a box set, and limited edition, of course. So we took the same concept and we made the box set.
So yeah, showing the sides. Okay, cool.
Since it's Johnny Guitar Watson, I wanted to make a guitar case. Wooden case, opens up, a velvet inside, which of course it should have. The cassette is nested inside. So
Yes, go ahead. It's all yours.
the cassette's this inside, and inside there's layering. Underneath the layering, we find a golden guitar spoon, because of course it is.
All right, I have to say I'm still impressed. I've seen it many times. Great job. So we believe that the packaging is as important as the music. That's why we love tangible formats like the DCC. The artwork is something that you should be able to read and be able to show. So the last thing is the personal liner notes with all pictures. This is the story of Virginia Watson, which you will be able to see, and all the pictures were handpicked by her from her personal album, including a very emotional story and an album. This is the last picture ever taken of Johnny Guitar Watson, 6 hours into his final concert. And that made this album an honor, because we're curating also the legacy of Johnny Guitar Watson, and that's absolutely perfect. Could it be more perfect? Yes, it can be more perfect, because if you add the Ben Lebrun mix to it, and Ben was willing and able today to take the floor and share with you a mix that he has created just for DCC. He called it the DCC Delight Mix, and we would like to switch now to Canada, to a band studio, and make him the host of this meeting so that he can take the floor. Ben, away you go.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Yes, so with a little bit of the story behind doing the remixes of Johnny Guitar Watson is the following. With Johnny Guitar Watson, I always wished there was a proper 12-inch version. I really like the original mix, and I've used the track so many times and played it so many times. But I regretted that there wasn't an actual, 12-inch format with a nice mixable intro with a break in there, and just as if it were the original mix, but in a 12-inch version. So when we got the multi-track, I started work and made sure that the entire production is completely steady now. So everything is retimed and basically adapted the idea I had about the 12-inch and reformatted the track, keeping the original atmosphere, keeping the original reverbs, sound, but making it a tight mix rhythmically, very easily mixable for DJs, and thus becoming, extending its life for another many years. And after the mix was done, this second chorus, going to a disco, kind of spurred me towards the idea, would it be possible to actually make a disco mix, to actually make an up-tempo mix, trying to lift the track from 100 BPM all the way to 118, and what would the groove need to be? And I really spent the longest time trying to get it perfect. Tried many different bass lines, and even at a point consulted colleagues of mine. And Michael Gray was so helpful. Michael Gray was able to, put his finger on maybe this and that still needs changing to adapt the groove. So he got me a very nice bass drum. He actually sent me the sounds, a bass drum and a hi-hat sound. And once that new bass drum and that new hi-hat sound was in place, it was like, I'm going the wrong way with the bass line. The bass line should just be a kick-ass 2-beat pattern, which just bolts off, which just goes and goes, just has the drive and the energy to make the whole track go. And once that decision was made, I came up with the track, and it kind of shaped into the way it is now. So it is great to be able to do a remix of a track, basically keeping it old school, basically keeping it completely honoring the original production, and really, you know, like when your homework is done, it's time to play, and that is the moment then where I try to take it into a different direction, and that is how the up-tempo going to a disco remix developed. So I'll just share my screen now so you can actually see what I'm seeing on my end.
I have one question, Ben, if I may. While you're sharing your screen and presenting the I guess the Ableton view, one of the unique things that we're doing on this DCC release is something that has never been done before. Is what I adapted to be calling a hybrid album, because we will show you all the original tracks in 44 kilohertz, but all the new mixes that Ben did are in 48 kilohertz. So how is that possible, Ben? Why are we seeing the new mixes in 48 kilohertz? Tell us a little bit from the history on what you received from the mastering tracks, and to be able to deliver a higher quality than the standard CD quality that the rest of the album usually is.
Yeah. So with the multi-track, the separate tracks in the multi-track are captured at a higher bit rate anyways. So the multi-track is like 24 separate tracks which are in a higher resolution. I'd have to check, but it is at least 48 kilohertz with this multi-track. And when you do a mix, so when you're combining all the tracks, is everybody seeing my desktop at the moment?
Yes, sir. I see all thumbs up from the screens, Ben, so we're good.
So when you're combining all these elements, then obviously that sum is also, even if it's a 44.1 kilohertz mix of all these sources, then even then it sums up to a higher resolution, because you are combining all these different signals and adding new signals on top, and adding new strings and all that, all those parts. So it adds up to a higher resolution when you're doing a multi-track remix. So the multi-track remix of this particular production is obviously then rendered into a higher resolution, and with the DCC version, all the original masters were for 44.1 kilohertz, and this new mix had the opportunity to be 48. And we even tested if it would be possible on one side to go from 44 switching up to 48, and that worked. So then we decided to do the higher resolution version. And obviously when adapting to DCC, we also have the timing constraints. So how many minutes do we have? And to make the proper length for the DCC version, I went back into the original project for two reasons. One, this DCC version is dynamically more adapted to the other tracks in the album. You know, where you normally would make a remix and it would really pound, because it has to compete with all the other stuff which is out there now. For the DCC version, the sound pressure has been taken down quite a bit, bringing up more of the original dynamics. So that's another special feature of this version. And I made this special version which perfectly fit the time for the DCC, perfectly fit the dynamics for the DCC. And I think I'll just play it for you now, and I'll switch through the tracks. And when I'm switching through the tracks, in the bottom you'll see what's going on that particular track. And hopefully sound and everything is up and running. So I'll just give it a go now. That is the thing, if I keep talking too long, some of the hard disks spin down, and then not all of the parts are playing along. So I'll just start it once again. I was trying to keep everything up and running, but still something copped out now. So if you hear a small mute, it's the hard disks catching up.
That the DJ plays. Got to go to a disco. Got to go to a disco. Dance to the music. Yeah. That DJ plays. Listen, got to go to a disco. Dance to the music. Yeah. That the DJ plays. Got to go to a disco. Dance to the music. Yeah. That the DJ plays. Got to go to a disco. Dance to the music. Yeah. That the DJ plays. Then the lights come on, yeah, like you knew they would. Ain't that cold? Gone home and face the music. That don't sound too good. Ain't that cold? Listen, Lord, it's a real motherfucker. It'll make you wanna run for cover, yeah. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Ow!
Yes, the DCC version, and I'm back. Oh, okay. And back full screen. We've got about 2 minutes to go, So I think I'll just hand it over back to Ralph.
Thank you, Ben. Yeah, we got about 2 minutes left, which makes me want to say thank you to all of you, joining. It's been an amazing journey creating this. Thanks to Ben. Lastly, about two things. I want to say thank you to one of our team members that I've just seen joining, which is Peter Doetsen, the original designer, concept designer of the DCC. Many thanks, Peter Doetsen. Never retiring, always thinking. And last but not least, how can you order? Right after the meeting, Rolf Decker, the website designer, will release the info on how you can obtain a copy. Like I said, 2 versions. The price is going to be the same, just the shipping is different because the box is, of course, a little bit bigger. But dccmuseum.com for your copy or your Patreon special copy. Thank you all for joining. I guess I had a lot of fun. We'll do this some more. Next release, High Fashion 5. Ben, signing off.
Going up.
All right, thank you guys. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Houdoe.